at the 5-1 Chicago Bears. Two teams with long histories, rabid fans who suddenly have returned to winning football. When we last saw the Browns before their bye, they had exorcised the Wicked Witch of the West, beating the Ravens, the champs, and one-time Browns still vilified for moving out of Cleveland. And what about the Bears last week? Down by 15 with 4 minutes to go. They tie it, then win on the first scrimmage play of overtime. On defense, they win it. Soldier Field erupting. These teams, along with the Chargers, are examples of how the downtrodden can become winners in a hurry. 4-2 Browns, 3-13 last year. First place Bears, they won 5 straight. They've matched last season's win total. Remember, they went 5-11. Greg Garber went to Chi-Town to answer the Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid question. Who are these guys?
It's been 16 years since the species Ursa Major has been sighted in Chicago.
Most bears hibernate from late in the fall, October, early November, through into the spring.
Dr. Stephen Thompson is Vice President of Conservation and Science at Chicago's Lincoln Park Zoo.
16 years would be very, very abnormal. We'd expect bears to be dormant only for a few months each year.
It's a long time. It's a long time. We out. We up now. We ready. It's hibernated for 15, 16 years. That's a long time to be hibernating.
What are the signs that a bear's coming out of dormancy? Beating the 49ers in overtime.
Mike Brown's got it! He's 20! 15! He's to the 10! To the 5! To the end zone! Mike Brown has intercepted the ball. The Bears have won!
There are eerie similarities between these 2001 Bears and the 1985 version. Before, it was Mike Singletary in the middle. Now, it's Brian Urlacher.
All my friends keep calling me, man, give me a Brian Urlacher jersey, man. Give me a Brian Urlacher. I said, man, what about me? You don't want no Dave Terrell jersey?
Walter Payton. Anthony Thomas.
Sweetness, A-Train. Sweetness, A-Train. I played with Train for 3 years, so I take Train. Nah, we call him Choo-Choo Train.
Jim McMahon, JM. Jim Miller, JM. McMahon, number 9. Shane Matthews, number 9.
Man, that's something special. You got something going here. You do. You guys must have a lot of time on your hands. A lot of time. Now, if Jim Miller was wearing number 9, that'd be scary.
Well, maybe they are destined for greatness. Who knows?
I think he's waking up.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Where have you been the last 16 years? The new Bears' confidence rivals that of the '85 team. They're even talking about remastering the single greatest piece of trash talking ever.
It was real bad. I mean, the '80s, you know, that's a long time ago.
My kids still busted out on me once in a while. That was how bad we were.
Those guys didn't have rhythm, they off beat.
That's their first jab at that old team, and that's good, man. That'll motivate them to see everything we did and what they can accomplish.
It needs a little flavor, a little bit more hip-hop to it. I think we'll call Jay-Z, call somebody like that, see if we can do a remix, H to there's O, B to there's A, the Bears rock every day, you know, something like that, you know, just have fun with it.
If you're going to be like that, you better have the enough to win.
Be 5-1, we're gonna be 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, all the way to 15-1. Then we got playoffs, and don't nobody want to come to the Soldier Field in January in that cold weather. We Bears, we used to the cold. We walk around in the cold. That's what we do. That's what we're about.
Well, who are those guys? But we know who this guy. You can't talk about the Chicago Bears. See, proof that everything goes through Bristol, Connecticut. Through the middle, Dick Butkus.
How you guys doing?
Nice to see you, Dick.
Good to see you guys.
Are you thrilled as a Bear watching these guys play such hard-nosed defense in first place?
Well, I think so. You know, once you play with a team and you just seem to follow them all the time. I've been following them, and I'm kind of happy because I always had this one question with Hallis years ago when 2 expansion teams were in the Super Bowl. I said, listen, Coach, you started this 50-some years ago.
Right.
Who is in the Super Bowl, man? We should be in there. Because, you know, you started virtually the league.
Yes.
And so now they're coming back, and so everybody's kind of jacked up in Chicago. Now we'll just wait and see when they start playing somebody how they do.
Where are you with Brian Urlacher? I mean, you told me that you really haven't met him, but you obviously like the way he plays.
No, I like the way he plays. Anytime you get a big guy like that who can run, you put him in the middle and just let him learn, and as he goes. And they got a couple wide bodies up front, and they do have good corners. So they're back to the old tradition. I like to see them lay out a couple more people, but and have everything right away. And it's basically, it's like, you know, when we were playing, we had a pretty good defense. We had no offense, and sort of didn't do as well. But they're on the mold of the '85, I think. They're developing.
Well, that would be pretty good. Well, I'll let you and Tommy talk linebackers. What has changed and what should never change about your position that you guys both excelled at?
Well, I think as far as Brian and the middle guy, I mean, he's got to have the attitude that he's got to make every tackle and also maybe, you know, pick off a couple passes once in a while.
I think you got to be able to run. I mean, you were able to run. I mean, people always talk about Dick and his ability to hit and run through people, and it was as good as anybody who's ever played this game. But I always thought that he moved sideline to sideline as well as anybody.
Well, everybody always used to kid me that I wasn't that fast and everything, but you got to just be fast enough to get there. You know what I mean? If you want to make the play, you'll get there. It seems like, and Brian's got that going for him. He's got a gift. He's got the size and speed, but you know, like you said before, he's got some guys on each side of him that aren't too bad, and as a group, they're doing a pretty good job.
They talk about guys walking with a swagger. I mean, we hear so much from guys today, the young guys talking about how good they are. Is there any advantage to quiet confidence?
I think so, you know, because you can't, I don't think a player can go through a game 100%. He's going to make a mistake, and if you got any pride at all, you don't want to be embarrassed about doing a cartwheel after I make a tackle, which I'm supposed to do, and then I get knocked on my keister. You know, I don't know where that comes from. To me, it's very selfish. It's like you're insinuating that the fans are stupid because I just made a tackle, so you out there, you fans, I'm going to do a cartwheel now because I did something very important. Even though that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I did it. Now, you know, give me a hand or whatever. I don't go for that.
So a clean, hard hit in which the player just goes like, you still jump out of your seat if you're watching?
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. And that's what I want a couple of them Bears to start doing, start laying it out. You know, we're not the monsters anymore, and that's kind of embarrassing. So we got to get that trait back and start hitting some people.
First, I tell you what, people jumping out of seats, think people jumped out of his way, Tom? You think?
I jumped out of my seat a couple of times when I saw it.
Thank you, Dick.
You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Butkus. Was there anyone ever better? We don't think so. And the first place Chicago Bears, only fitting that the road to the Super Bowl goes to Bristol, Connecticut.
That's why we're here.
Here's Bears at home against the Browns in a good game. We'll be back.
Allowed the receivers to get in the end zone, create the tip for the catch by James Allen. Hey, baby, done it again! Appeared to get a hand on the football. And Mike Brown, the hero a week ago, does it on consecutive Sundays, and the Chicago Bears, with a 6-game winning streak, have beaten the Cleveland Browns 27-21. Brian Robinson tipped that ball so far, it went all the way across the formation for Mike Brown to make the interception. Courtney Brown, who played a terrific game defensively for the Browns, walks dejectedly off the field. The Chicago Bears scored 20 points.